everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. Today we are presenting webinar on creating abundance with time breakthrough organized by Applied Science and Humanities Department of Parul Polytechnic Institute, Parul University. As we all know, becoming abundant means we are receiving what we want in great supply versus a fixed state of wealth where we already have it. Said another way, abundance is the process of more. It's the energy of attraction. So the main agenda of this webinar is tapping into the energy of abundance that allows us to create more joy and more meaning, not just more money. I, Vaishali Nathwani, would like to introduce today's guest speaker, a solopreneur in life skills, behavioral, motivational trainer and counselor, Pushpalata Chaure from Mumbai, Maharashtra. She has a sound understanding of needed traits of corporate professionals for career and workplace success, handling situations, creating personalities with strong focused mind, behavioral training and many more. She gives practical application training with blended solution, global perspective, behavioral change agent and accountability. She has a certification for virtual training, NLP practitioner, and games for training, translational analysis, and theatre for development. Presently, she has Tata Power, Winco Limited, Olympio Infrastructure Private Limited, and many more projects in hand. She has also conducted training for the directors of the Cooperative Banks of Maharashtra, also for Assistant Manager of Central Bank of India, students and teaching staff of the hostels and schools of the tribal community, and the list go on. It's a pleasure to welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vaishali.
And you can start with the session, ma'am.
All right. So, welcome everybody, and thank you for inviting me for this wonderful session. Today's topic is very dear to my heart because it's really very, very important in everyone's life. When we talk about abundance, I want to not only just keep on talking, I would like your interaction, your input also. So, before I begin my session, I would like to know from all of you how many of you are really present with me in here, in now. So you can type yes or no in the chat box. So that will give me the boost to go on and carry on with this and create a journey of knowing the techniques and tools to get breakthrough in the time to create abundance. So you can type yes if you're there with me in the now. I hope you get my question.
Yes, ma'am. Others they can join by Facebook. So here in the Google Meet
Yes,
only
yes,
3 persons are there. We will
correct.
you and Vaishali Nathwani and me.
All right, so let's begin with what exactly time is. Can anybody tell me what exactly time is? With the audience, I would like to know. Anyone? It is a constant thing, isn't it? Something which is in the form of cycle, which goes on every day with the same thing. There is no change. So before I begin, I would like to ask certain question, and I want you to be sincerely answering this question, not to me, but to yourself. My first question to all of you is, whenever you decide to do something, are you always on time for work and meeting? Or you sometime late, or you're always late, or you're not really knowing what exactly to do, always in the state of confusion? Is that so? And that leads to procrastination. My second question is, do you complete your work, or almost 90% of the time? Do you really complete your work on time? Or you're rushing in the last moment? These are the questions for you to find out yourself how you stand right now in terms of utilizing the time that you have with yourself every day. Can you find everything that you need quickly, or you have to keep searching and keep forgetting where you have kept the things? Do you usually leave work on time? It may not be just the work, maybe for your school, for college, for any meeting, for any social gathering, anything. Are you reaching that place on time? Do you have enough money for your family? Or you're just being yourself and you're having the issues with your family, and your family people are complaining that you're not spending time, quality time with them? It's not just being at home, it's spending time with the family. It's knowing them, being with them, understanding them, listening to them. That kind of time are you spending with them or not? Do you feel that you are in control of life, or the time is controlling you? And that is what we are going to understand in this journey of 45 minutes today that we have, how we can take control of time, how we can uh, optimize this 24 hours in terms of efficiency, in terms of productivity, in terms of results that we are looking in for achieving them. How do we do that? Right, this is a question, this that everybody asks, right? And there are so many tools and techniques available. There are books available. There are many masters in time technology. There are there. So let me take you through some of the very important tools and techniques that even I personally use and I find it effective. Let's understand a few of them. One is the 80-20 rule. This is also called as a Pareto's principle, wherein it says that 20% of your actions derives 80% of the results. So you have to start understanding what is that 20%. What activities of your daily routine, of your personal life, professional or social life, what are the activities, actions that you're taking are giving you the results? This is one thing that you will have to start understanding, and you have to start focusing and concentrating. And rest of the things, those are that will go with the flow. And analyzing this 20% will help you to be more effective. Now, going to the next one, I would like, is there any problem? Hemel, is there any problem with the sharing? I can't see my share. This
Yeah,
is okay.
at present, screen is not visible. You can present again.
Okay. All right. So I was talking about the how we should be focusing on the 20% of the activities. Now there is one thing that I would like you to please put in the sequence. I'll be showing you a picture, and there are certain things given in that. There is a jar, and then you have to put the given elements in that jar. I would like to understand in what sequence will you put on that. I'll give you 1 minute, and please write your answer in the chat box how you will be putting all these things in terms of sequence. First, you will be putting the gravel or sand or water or stones or the rocks. What are the first thing that you will put in the jar? You have 1 minute to answer it. Okay. So can I see the answers? I was looking for the answers. Any sequence, anything that.
We have written in answer in the chat box. Man. The chat
Yes,
answer. Yeah.
in the chat. Okay, sand, gravel, water, stones. Most of the people have written the same answers. That you will be putting first sand, and then gravel, and then water, and then stone. This is the sequence that you have given. Now, let me ask you one thing. If you will put sand first, will there be space enough to put anything else? Probably you can put only water because sand can soak it up. So that will get absorbed by the sand. But what are the other things? Will you be able to put stones in that? Because it will be occupied by sand. There is no place for stones. Then it is left out. And first, if you put sand, then how will you put gravel in that? Because space is again occupied by sand itself. Now, this is what happens with our life. Our life is like this glass jar, and we have so many tasks to do. We have big tasks like rock and stones. We have some routine work that is like sand, some little important work, some urgent work which may not be important but it will be urgent. So like gravel, and some like water that can go around with the with the flow of other activities that you have to do. So now in that, if you put sand first, that means you are focusing only on the regular minor small things which you can just let go things, and you are focusing on the unnecessary uh, substances, unnecessary tasks which will eat up your time, because every day you're going to get only 24 hours, not less, not more. This is the only constant thing across the globe. Without any discrimination, you get it. So if you are just focusing on every day, then your long term goals, which are rocks, how will you achieve that? Because you're occupied, your mind, your focus is occupied with regular thing. Whatever you're doing from morning till evening, only that. Then your foresight, your long term goals, your short term goals, like small stones, they're not there. So, first, we have to start focusing on our long term goal. What is our ultimate goal that we want to achieve? What is our purpose of life? If I'm an engineer, what is my purpose to do? Whether I want to go and teach in the college, whether I want to build the number one industry in the world, what is my purpose? That's your long term goal. So that's the rock, that's the thing that you have to put first. You have to start focusing on that first. Then comes small stones. Those are your small term goal. Like you have to get admission in a international university to pursue your further education. That can be your short term goal. So these things, and then comes gravel, other small thing that in my semester exams I should be getting X percentage, or I want to do my internship with XYZ organization. So these are the things that will go in that, because you will have enough space, enough vacuum to put all this thing. And then comes sand, your regular thing, which will find its way, and it will be easily uh, put inside. You don't have to create any space, any specific time for it. And then water will just make its way, like in the river. It just flows, it just find its way. So that is how we have to create our life. First is finding the purpose, finding the long term goal, chalking it down. And that is very, very important. So understanding, and that's where my uh, next slide talks about. This is what is very, very important. Let me share this with you. This is about action priority matrix. There is, you see, urgent, important, not important, tasks. So if the task is important and urgent, like some crisis, like some important something that you cannot, it is important as well as it is urgent. You have to do in that moment itself. You cannot wait for a long. So this is what you have to understand. And then obviously you will have to give the priority, and you have to start taking action when things come in this particular quadrant number one, which is quadrant of manage. Then the quadrant two is, which is not urgent but it is important, which you cannot ignore. It has to be done. It is a quadrant in terms of, if I talk about management, then it's a leadership and the quality. So as a student, what kind of leadership, what you have to do, what is the most important thing for you in this process, that you have to understand. It may not be urgent, but it is important. Third quadrant is the quadrant of deception, where we spend a lot of time, which is not important, but it is urgent. So you have to understand whether you have to signify it. You have to put the significance to that activity, and then you have to take the action. Whether you have to put it in the priority list above the quadrant two, or it is okay, then you can do it later. So you have to understand that. Then quadrant four, which is not important, not urgent. And sometimes, as we have seen in the earlier example of glass jar and the and putting various things into that glass jar, exactly in the life, we start giving importance to small, small things, small, small discomforts, small, small disagreements, or maybe many other things, maybe things which are really not going to lead you to the quality life that you're looking in for. Quality of life, whether in terms of profession, social, or personal life. And that's where, when we say, oh, I have a lot of stress, I'm not able to get time, which is the universal statement. I do not have time. Why? Because there are so many people who finish their so many tasks in 24 hours, and there are so many people who are not even able to get out of their bed. So why this is happening? Because some people are in quadrant one and some people are in quadrant four. So this action priority matrix is very, very important. If you can first, how we have understood what we are supposed to do, what activities, what 20% of our activities are producing results, how we are giving priority to the task, and that's why I took that example of glass jar. Now, this is one more technique that is very, very important, which is called as Pomodoro technique of planning and achieving more results in with your time given. One is planning, which have to start doing it in the morning itself. Okay, so when you start your day, you should know what you have to do in terms of achieving your long-term goal. Every activity, how much are you doing? Initially, it will take time to master this particular technique. People take 7 to 20 days to master this technique, and this will be mastered only if you practice every day. Plan, track it, how you're doing it, record your results, that is, record how much time did you take. And it also says, when you're doing any task, do not take long breaks unless it is really required. But if you're doing a task in a stretch, then take at least 5 minutes of break. maybe after every 25 minutes take 5 minutes of break, which will give you every half an hour. If you're taking 5 minutes break, it will give you almost 25 minutes of break at the end. So this is how you have to record the kind of time that you're when you're taking break, how those minutes, how those 25 minutes have you spent. Was your attention again on only the 5 minutes break that you're going to take, or your attention of on the 25 minutes that you're doing the activity, doing the process. And now process all this recording that you have done for yourself, your routine, your work, your goals, and now visualize it. And it should be done at the end of the day. Once you're doing it at the end of the day, you will know what mistakes you have done, how you could have utilized this time of break, of work in more efficient way. Visualize it. Visualization is a very effective technique because it helps your subconscious mind to understand and get the concept what you really have to do. Your subconscious mind does not sleep ever. This is the beauty of it. And it is working throughout. It is gathering all the information. For your mind, there is nothing negative. It takes everything as it is. So if you'll tell that I'm going to put sand first, yes, fine. I'm busy with my regular thing. I do not have time for my long-term goals. So this is how you have to start training your mind and start to practice visualization. This is very very effective. As I mentioned, it may take 7 to 20 days, but if you stop practicing it, any method you use, it will not produce any kind of result if you do not practice it. As exactly what you do in your examination, in your throughout your year, you practice it, you understand it, you track it, you record it exactly the same way for the time, for the various activities that you do. You have to start uh, doing in the same way. So when we are talking about time, let us, it's not something that we can manage because it's a constant thing. We cannot reduce it, we cannot maximize it. So it is us that we have to start managing or organizing, because once you start organizing yourself, you can get optimum result in any activity that you're doing. It will optimize the time. So time management is nothing but it's about managing yourself, your relation with time, not the otherwise. You have to willingly, that's why I gave you only these few methods. There are many methods that I can talk about, but I want to give my personally tested method which I also use, which can give you the result. But is there anything else that we need to understand when we are talking about maximizing the use of time? Yes, that is one very important thing that we have to understand is ourselves. Because every person is different. Every person comes from very different background, very different beliefs, very different set of skills, attitude, everything. The perception of the time for every person is different. For me, 5 minutes is to the clock. When say 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes. For somebody else, 5 minutes is not to the clock, but it's as per his perception. And that's why some people are always late and they say, oh, it's just 2 minutes later, it's not much. It's just 20 minutes, it's not much. But for somebody who's working or for whom the time is to the clock, for him 20 minutes is like he has lost so much of money, because time is equal to money. Yes. So that is where we have to understand. By understanding our own self, when we understand our own style, we can understand others also. And then accordingly, we can manage things. We can get the work done. We can do the entire, if you're working in a group, then we can have the fantastic group efficiency if we can know each other. Because everybody has a particular skill. and everybody has attitude, right? To look at certain things, certain situations. They have their own attitude. How this is developed, and in between the skill and the attitude, the right attitude is the belief. This belief, just like skill and attitude, is developed throughout the life, right from your childhood, from the environment that you're coming from, the family, and any kind of conditioning that you have gone through. That is how you have developed these beliefs, and that changes the paradigm of you. What is paradigm? Is where you stop. The surrounding, everything around you is your paradigm, right? And this paradigm is what makes you use, how you're using your time, how you're doing, how you're taking action on the things that you're supposed to do, on your goals that you're looking forward to achieve. So this is where you have to understand, because a, a person, an individual, is not just one person. That person plays a lot of roles, plays a role of brother, mother, sister, friend, father, so many roles a person plays. And with each role, there are various goals to achieve. As a father, the roles are very different of a person. As a brother, as a sister, as a son, as a friend, as a moral citizen of society, everywhere your role differs. So how you should achieve your goals, so it's not just about talking about your professional goal, but it's about your personal relationship goals, your social goals. Everything comes with that, and with every role you have certain strength and certain weakness in that particular role. As a father, you would be having many uh, positive attributes, but as a son, probably those attributes or those characteristics are not really visible, or not really playing the role as a son. So you also have to understand that so many roles that I play, in those roles, what are the strength and weakness that I have. So of one role, the strength can be transferred to the other role or not. It can be transferred. If you, as a manager of the organization, if you are in a uh, crunch of finances, you definitely will work out many ways to find out uh, and get the financial help. But if it is not working out, probably for that timing you will drop, and maybe you will start thinking or develop some other thing. But as a father, if any family member is not keeping well, or in a very critical situation in terms of health condition, and then you have to arrange financial help, just think for a moment, till what extent will you go to arrange that finances. You will try everything, and somehow you will definitely arrange that money. So now this characteristic of a father, can it be transferred to the manager? Can a manager take help of the role, how he is playing a role of a father? Can he do that? And can that strength help his organization to do and go and achieve the results that they are looking in for? Finances or anything. So this is how you have to start understanding. You have to understand, first of all, yourself as a person. Your plus, your minus, your skills, your attitudes, your beliefs, everything. This is very important for anyone to achieve. Understand. Now next come, so how you can do this is by being assertive. You should have honest explanations for your own questions, your own doubts. Because you can fool, you can cheat anyone in this world, but you cannot cheat yourself. So stop lying to yourself that, oh, this is a problem, that is a problem, I cannot do it. Don't put false belief in your mind. Be honest to yourself. Be honest that how in every role you are performing your duties, activities, how you can do better. Because we have seen so many times that people say, oh, he's a wonderful manager, but probably at home he may not be the best husband or best father or whatever. People will say in social circle, oh, he's such a helpful person. If you need any help, just go and approach, and he will never say no. But he may not be the showing the same action or his behavior at home with his own people, or probably not with himself also. So this is the very important game of role and goals. And once you get clarity of this, you will be able to reason yourself. You will start having alternatives. And please have a courage to say no when you really want to say no. Because otherwise, oh, in any role you are, the work will get piled up. The expectations will get piled up. If you so in that moment, probably people around you will be disappointed in you because it's their expectations. It's not your expectation to yourself. So you have to understand whether you really have to do these things or not. For that particular time, maybe that particular moment, that disappointment can be okay, but not, it is not okay that you will disappointed for the life. So learn to refuse, being assertive, but not for everything. Huh? That even if you can do it easily, and if you start saying no to those things, then it is not a really good strategy. So understand where you have to say no, and where you have to be assertive and take the opportunity. Okay, don't be afraid to take new opportunity. If you're already into something but a new opportunity knocks at door and you say, no, I already have so many work, and somewhere in some session I had learned that it's okay to refuse assertively. No, it is not for this. The assertive refusal is not for this. If opportunity for your life which you were looking in for, please make a way for it. So this assertive refusal is not for that. Please make sure of it. Now comes the significance. This is very important that you start signifying things. Along with urgency and prioritization, there is a third thing, that is significance. The activities you're doing, is it really significance? The long term goal, short term goal, in any role that you're playing, are they really signifying your life, the purpose of life? Just because somebody else is doing something, I also have to do? No. As I said, everyone is different. If you can match the skills, attitude, beliefs, your efforts, activities, everything, then please go ahead. It will signify it. But if it is not giving you any significance, think again. Go back to your blackboard and to your maybe planner or anything, and please start doing it over again. Start planning. And let me tell you, there is never a right time to do anything. There is always right time to do anything at any stage of life, at any age of life. Age is just a number. It is a different paradigm adding on to this what is there. Whatever is there, you already have. Everything starts because as a child you were something different. Now whatever stage of life you are, I'm sure the things around you, where you are, it keeps changing, it keeps adding. And we need to ask ourselves in this, when we are signifying things, we need to ask ourselves, are we really doing justice to what we are really doing, the activities, the tasks that you have taken to do? Are you really doing the justice to that or not? What can I do today that would make tomorrow better? Tomorrow is your future, the long term goal. See, this entire thing is based on your hope. We do not know. Even we as an individual has limited time in this world. Though we do not know what is the time limit that we come with, but we always look forward for doing something in given time span that we decide that we have to go through this time span. So to make that better, just like when you have finances and you start planning that, okay, fine, if my salary is xyz, then how much should I invest so that I get more return on investment? Exactly like that, how much, what activities should I do today that will give me return on time investment, so that I can do something better tomorrow or in the coming time. So this is how every day you have to put. It may be very minute, but this small thing in the future will become a huge rate of interest on your time investment. And to do this, you can definitely take the help of anything. You have to start utilizing the best suitable technique, best suitable technology for yourself, so that you can save on time. See, technology is, we are developing technology so that it can help us to do our work efficiently, and we can get time to do other things. But in turn, what is happening is that we are just getting bound up to the technology that we have. And then we are saying we do not have time. We are not utilizing technology to our benefit. And that's the attitude we have to change. That's the practice we have to change. Use it in anywhere you feel that it can definitely save on my time, and this time will give me double the time in coming future. And this is how, and the action that you will take today on any process that you have to do, whether as a student, as a professional, as a social worker, or whatever, what actions are you taking so that will make your future? This is what we are looking at, right? Making future better, creating abundance in anything. Because if you play with your money, if you use your money wisely, you will have more in the future. But if you, whatever you are earning today, you are spending completely, then you will have nothing tomorrow. So what action are you taking with the time that you have in your hand today? You cannot carry forward today's time tomorrow, but you can definitely save the time by doing your work effectively, and then those actions will define your future. So this is the significance that you really have to looking for. See, we also have to understand that technology that I was talking about, this is really, we are in really a very sorry state of using all these things, because at the end we always end up saying we do not have time. And that's the reason why I could not complete my project, I could not go and attend the meeting, or I, whatever the thing is. But just imagine in the yesteryears when our grandparents, how they used to do their work. They had no technology. They had no, means of transport, effective means of transport. But they end up using so many things. They end up doing so many work, and even they had good time for themselves, for social cause, everything. They had been doing everything. And now when we have so many facilities at our fingertips, but still we are not able to meet our own expectations. Why we are not able to do that? And this is the question. See, the question itself will give you your own answer. And understanding the entire thing, what we are really, because now if you really want to do your work efficiently, start uh, having emotions attached to it. Because whenever you have your, if your emotional quotient is good, sometimes we do work just because somebody else want to it's, you want to please somebody else, it's not pleasing you. So understand that how you can use your emotion to the work, to the various roles that you're playing in your life, and you can get good result, and you can optimize on that. So this is what the whole thing is all about. When you have emotion attached to it, you will know, and you at the once you achieve it, you will be very happy, right? It is the success that makes you happy. So what are you looking for? You're looking for name, you're looking for money, you're looking for happiness. What is your purpose of life? What are you really looking for? And that is the whole thing. This is in a journey of going through, finding the way of how I can create abundance, how you can create abundance in your life with the time, with something which is constant, but yet you can make most of it. One sentence answer is organizing yourself and optimizing the time, and optimizing the productivity, efficiency, happiness, relationship, everything. So, what you have to do for this, you don't have to do much, you just have to unleash. You just have to understand yourself, what you are, what kind of person you are, how you adapt to various situation, which of your role is the strongest, and how you really want to achieve things that you have decided for yourself in various roles. Knowledge, see, because whatever I have spoken, maybe it would sound okay, fine, I know this. Yes, I absolutely agree to you. You all know this, whatever I'm talking, but how many of us really acknowledge this? Acknowledgement of the knowledge is very, very important. Otherwise, just like the shelf behind me with the book full of books, your knowledge will be just lying there somewhere in your mind if it is not used. So you have to acknowledge what you know, and you have to understand how you can apply this in your life. Utilization is very important. Otherwise it get rusted. So you want to rust yourself, or you want to make yourself more effective, more efficient. The second thing which I'm putting here, I did not say anything about this, but this is the most important thing. Whenever we start the day, or we start writing in the planner, we always write about what are the things that we have to do, isn't it? But we never think about the things that we are not supposed to do. And this is where, please start focusing, or start shifting a little focus on these things which are not supposed to do. Make a list of not to do list in your life, in various roles, in all the roles that you play. What are the things that are not supposed to be, not supposed to be done? It is like cleaning process of your own thoughts, and that will break the barrier, and it will help you to be more creative and think critically and creatively, because you're eliminating everything which is not required, and that's making way for new things to come into your life and make your life more beautiful, more efficient, more productive. So please go ahead and do this. If you don't do planner, don't do anything, just remove anything which you do not need. This is the new thing that I'm giving you. Take 5 minute time every day and prepare your not to do list and start eliminating the time wasters that you have in your life. And that is the key for you to create more time, hence creating abundance in everything. Third is let go. Now you have created the list. You will say, fine, you told me to create a not to do list. I've created not to do list. It's just like, cleaning the house during festive seasons, and we start removing old things. But then there are so many things, we again keep it back. Even though we might not look at those things entire life, but we say we have some emotions or something attached to it which might not be really that relevant, and we do not let go things. It's not just about only that, but there are so many other things. Sometimes some unfortunate things happen or something, it may be very very minuscule thing, but we start holding up in our mind, and we are so in a state of denial to let go. And this, just by preparing not to do list, will not help. Be prepared to change yourself and let go all these things which you do not want in your life. Next is empower. Once you know yourself, once you know what you do not want, and once you have made the way to let those things go, you are empowered with new things. And once you are empowered, your paradigm has changed. Everything around you is empowered. You are empowering others, you are empowering situation, you are empowering people. Just by taking right actions, it will definitely increase your efficiency, productivity, happiness, everything. It will empower yourself. You have got new energy now. So then adapt this. Adapt this methodology. Adapt these changes. Don't be uh, don't refuse the change that those are coming. Welcome the changes. Today, even though it is a very negative situation, but we have adapted the changes. The session that I would have loved to come to your premises and interact with you all in person, but we have adapted the changes to have it using the technology best available to us, right? Because we are looking forward to learn, we understand, make our life better, and whatever we can do the best. So we are adapting. So adaptation of these new changes within yourself is very important. Just by seeing change, oh yeah, it's happening, but you have to just adapt and imbibe in your personality. It should become a part of your personality. It should not be seen as a forced, as an action that you're doing just because you have to do. All right, let it flow in your personality. Then signify it. As we spoke, how we have to signify our actions, our roles, our daily routine, everything. Signify everything. There is a significance attached to every action that you're taking. Signify it. Once you do things, you have more of everything. And that is how you have created abundance for yourself in the given 24 hours time. You don't need extra time. You just need extra of yourself. Keep renewing yourself, just like you keep sharpening the pencil once it gets blunt. Don't become the pencil which is sharpened but kept in a pencil box and never used. But be the pencil which is used, getting blunt again, you're sharpening again, getting blunt again, and repeating this process. So this is what you are. I can give you in this journey to take uh, in this journey of 45 minutes. Unleash yourself and have more. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, Emil.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an informative session. The unleashed phenomena was very good, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's not
There,
the presentation is gone, right? We can
yes,
just
yes, ma'am. Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, ma'am. The question from
So
our end is, yeah, which is the most important step for creating abundance, according to you?
most okay. Most important thing to create the abundance starts with you. So first, as I said in Unleash, the first step, understand yourself in every role that you play in your life. Once you understand that, then you have a very clear idea and very clear mind that what you are supposed to do. And when you know what you're supposed to do, you will definitely get a way of how to do it. And you will make more of it. Right?
Yes. And does meditation play an important role for creating abundance?
Yes. Meditation is nothing but getting yourself together, which helps you to focus, increase the concentration. When you do in the morning, your meditation, when you do in the morning or any time of the day, have focus. So, what are you focusing at? So, again, it will lead you to the clarity of what you're really looking in for. It will give you peace. It will help you analyze the not to do thing. Any, it's not just about the task, it's also about your emotion. So, if any negative emotion flowing through your body, meditation will help you to remove these negative emotions and channelize the positivity in your body. So, yes, meditation definitely will help you to gain more.
And you also told us that in unleashed phenomena, we have to note down the do's and does not list, right? So the best way is to note down in a book or something.
It depends person to person. For me, probably my mobile, which is always in my hand, so I do not really have to look for the book where I have kept it. So if you're using what is, because for every person it is different, every person thinks different, every person to put their ideas, sometimes they can just draw a mind map or maybe some beautiful sketch, or they can just use the mobile and use various apps that are given to plan their day. So choose what is best suitable for you. I cannot say please go and use this app, this is very good, this is give me effective result. It is giving me effective result, right? I can give you a list of lot of apps, lot of other techniques. It was just 45 minutes, so I could use only two or three, which is again in a nutshell I just spoke about. So if it is interesting to you, you can definitely join my organized to optimize training session, which is a week 1 week session. So there you can find out what is the best suitable, because sometimes it's very difficult because you're starting new, so it is difficult for you to find out best suitable practice for yourself, because for that first you have to understand yourself. So whatever practice suits best, writing it down in a notebook or on the laptop, or setting the reminders in the mobile, do it. Do that, adapt to that. Don't adapt because it's working for somebody else.
Yeah. Whichever
right?
is convenient to us, we have to adapt that thing.
And it should also be available to you,
Yeah. Yes.
right? Yes.
Yes. Well, sometimes it happens that so my question is, how can we deal with the person who doesn't have the time management? You talked about time management also, right, in a presentation. So how
Yes.
can we deal with that person?
See, if you would have noted that I do said in my presentation that it is not just the time management. You cannot manage time. This is a wrong, I can say, the term that we use for time, because how can you make it 25 hours? No, you cannot. Can you make it 23 hours? You cannot. So it's constant. It's you who has to organize yourself. So if in the organization, if somebody is not really following the timeline that you want that to be followed, you need to understand first that person and make that person understand. Because I spoke about the map of mind. For you, it is the clock. 5 minutes means 5 minutes to the clock. For somebody else, 5 minutes is 20 minutes. So
Indian
you have to
Standard
understand
Time.
how the map of mind. That's why sometimes we tell it, oh no, party is at 7:30. Even though the party will start at 8:30, we tell it's 7:30 to somebody who is always late. And we want that person to be, because we understood his frame of mind, his map of mind, right? So you will have to understand, make that person understand, sit together and work out the way to get the work done on the time, given timeline.
Yes. Yes, we have covered all the questions, ma'am. And thank you so much for giving us your time, valuable time, ma'am. Yes, I would like to thank you, the head of our
Thank you.
department. Yes, Mr. Hemal Patel, sir. The HR of our institute, Professor Jatin Vaidya, sir. The academic director, Dr. Mahesh Bhatt, sir. And the president of our university, Dr. Devanshu Patel, sir, for supporting and motivating us continuously. Thank you, ma'am, for joining with us.
Thank you so much, Vaishali, and really enjoyed it. Thank
Yeah.
you for inviting me. Thank you.
Bye,
Have a
ma'am.
good day. Bye bye.